What's going on, guys? DeanCentral here with another video, and this one we're going to be going over a solo base design. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like inside and whatnot. If you want to go ahead and skip to the building steps, click the annotation on the screen now. As you can see, when I open the front gate, there are two doors. The one on the right is just like a little decoy area. I guess you could use it as like a dump box room or whatever. But if you go to the left, it brings you in here. Same thing over on the other side of the base, just another decoy area and another gate. So you do have more than one way inside and outside of your base, which is always good. Behind this door here is the tool cupboard. Whenever you guys are building this base, you're gonna want to go ahead and box that tool cupboard in. Don't put a door on it like I did. I just did that so I could show you guys where it goes. If you come up to the next floor, as you can see, I'm using ladders here. That way, if anyone's trying to raid you and you're online, you can go ahead and break those ladders. So coming to the next floor, you're prompted with another two doors. Behind these doors are defense areas. There are two windows on each side, as well as this little area at the very end where you can peek through the little crack inside the gate, whatever you want to call it. This barbed wire gives you a pretty good amount of coverage, so people don't really see you up here. You can get some nice shots and whatnot from there. And like I said, it's the same thing on the other side. If you come here, it'll bring you up to the next floor. I left this top piece open just to show you guys how you can expand this base to be even taller. I have the roof of this one here just for the video purpose, but when you're building this base, you can make it as tall as you would like. Let's go back down here now, and I will show you guys the main loot floor. There's two doors here, which are more little defense areas. You know, you got two more windows on each side, as well as another little gate room thing where you can actually jump up on the top of the gate. This gives you a little bit more visibility around the base and whatnot than the floor below. It's the same thing through this door here. And if you look down here, there's a little hole that you can peek through just in case that floor gets compromised. You can shoot down on the raiders and whatnot, try to get a couple kills. If you come back in here, there's a little airlock to a little exterior shooting post. That way, if anyone runs up on your walls and you can't really get an angle on them, you can just come up here and shoot basically anywhere to the base. Now entering the main loot room, as you can see off the bat, there's a ton of chests, ton of storage, probably more than you will ever need. There's also a repair bench and a research table. If you're wondering where to put your sleeping bag, go ahead and click the picture with the annotation on the screen now, and it will take you to another video showing you how to hide the sleeping bag in this very base design. If this base does look appealing to you, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to build it now, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so when you're building this base, you're going to want to make sure the foundations are at about this height here, just high enough to where you can barely jump up onto them. It's really important that you get this right the first time, that way you don't have to start all over and rebuild your base down the road. With them being this height, it helps everything line up with the gates and whatnot. I'm going to fast forward through all the footage of me building the base now, that way you guys can get the point of how to build the base without it being a 30-minute long video. I'll tune in when needed.
During the Vietnam War, one of the young ladies in my classes came in and she threw this little poem on my desk, and I want to share it with you. She calls it "Things You Didn't Do," and she says this: "Remember the day I borrowed your brand new car and I dented it? I thought you'd kill me, but you didn't. And the time I dragged you to the beach, and you said it would rain, and it did. I thought you'd say, I told you so, but you didn't. And the time I flirted with all the guys to make you jealous, and you were. I thought you'd leave me, but you didn't. And you remember the time I spilled blueberry pie all over your brand new car rug? I thought you'd smack me, but you didn't. And the time I forgot to tell you that the dance was formal, and you showed up in jeans? I thought you'd leave me forever, but you didn't. Yes, there were lots of things you didn't do, but you put up with me, and you loved me, and protected me. And there were so many things I wanted to make up to you when you got back from Vietnam, but you didn't. Go ahead and put it off. Go ahead and wait for tomorrow. If there's something that needs to be done, you do it now, because tomorrow may never be there, and especially if that's true in human relationships. Don't wait. The time for life is now, the time for love is now, the time to do is now, not tomorrow. Don't wait.
Alright, so when you're placing these outer walls, you're going to want to make sure that that little gap there in between the end of the wall and the base looks just like that. It's about an inch on your monitor, but what that'll do is make it line up flush with the base like so. From where you're standing, it looks like it's going to be sticking out too far, but if you leave that small line in between the wall and the base, it should work out just fine. As you can see there, it's pretty flush on both sides. Repeat that on the other side, and then your walls should be lined up quite well, and then you're going to have to place down your gates. Once again, make sure you put your gap there, and boom, the outer walls are done. So now take out your gates and place one on each side. You're gonna have to play with the gate a little bit to get it to go down perfectly, but once you do, there should be no gaps in between the gate and the wall. Repeat that on the other side. Once again, make sure there's no gaps, that way you don't get shot through it. Then go back inside of your base and extend the floor to the gate like so. Then you're going to finish the ceiling over top of the gate, that way you don't get shot by a helicopter or something if you're out there trying to snipe someone. Repeat the same thing on the other side, of course. And then the base is basically done at that point. All you have left to do now is place down window embrasures, doors, and code locks and all that good stuff, but I'm sure you did that while you were building the base. So if you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If any of you do end up using this base design, you should send me a tweet with a picture of it. I'd love to see that, that'd be really awesome. I hope a lot of you do end up using this because it is a pretty strong design just for a solo player. If any of you guys have an idea of a video you would like to see, rather it be a specific base design or anything really, please leave a comment below this video and let me know. I'll do my best to create anything that you guys would like to see. And as always guys, I'll catch you in the next video.